Hi guys, I'm Clem and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about the books I feel like need more recognition, or I feel like aren't spoken enough, like we don't speak enough about them. So yeah, I made a list of like something like 5 or 6 books that I feel need more recognition. So let's get started right now. The first book I'm going to mention is Oh I Live Now by Meg Rosoff. So this book, like I've never heard or seen anyone talking about this book, though it's one of my favorite one. It's a very short book and basically it's telling the story of, I don't remember her name, amazing, yeah, but this girl, like she's 17 or 16, and Elizabeth, you see it's written on the first pages, and basically Elizabeth is going to her cousin in England because there is the Third World War that happened. And so it's basically shit everywhere in the world, so she's going to her cousin who lives in the countryside in England, like to be safe. But she's really weird, like she has those set of rules for herself, and so she, like, I don't know, she's weird and she doesn't really enjoy the time with her cousin like as any teenager would do. And basically it's how you see how her and her cousin has to deal with the war coming into their life, because like in the end the war is coming till they reach the countryside. And there's also this love story with Edmund, our cousin. Yeah, I know, weird, but amazing. It's the weird stuff in this, but I really love this love story because I don't know, I try to forget that they're cousin, and they're like, I don't think they're like first cousin or something like that, but it's the second or third cousin, so still a cousin, but not that bad. But basically don't like, the love story is here, but it's not, yeah, actually no, it's the main thing. But yeah, this book is really amazing. If you feel like you could be interested in, then go pick it up. This book is really great. The writing, I liked it, and you can read it this super easily and super quick. It's amazing. It's a story about war, about family, and about love, and about what will you do for your love and for family. I love it. Another book that I feel like we don't talk enough about is Uprooted by Naomi Novik. I know I speak a lot about this book, but I really enjoyed it. This is a fantasy standalone, and basically you're following Agnieszka, and Agnieszka lives in this world and in this valley where every 10 years, is it 10 years? I don't really remember, but I think, let's say every 10 years or anything like that, the dragon, who is the magician who rules the valley, comes and pick a girl to bring in this tower. And the thing is that the people after never see this girl, like you don't know what happened to her, you don't know if he kills her or what he does with the girls. And Agnieszka wasn't supposed to be chosen, it was supposed to be her friend, but in the end she's chosen by the dragon, and so she goes into his tower, and you're discovering what's actually happening in his tower. And Agnieszka actually like have something to do with everything. It's really interesting. It's a bit slow but really amazing. Like, it's a standalone and it's a very good work for a standalone. So if you think like you could like it, go pick it up. She just first new book just came out, like Spinning Silver. It also sounds amazing. So yeah, I love this book. I might reread it like soonish because I really enjoyed it. Next book I'm going to mention is All the Crooked Synth by Maggie Stiefvater. This book came out like last fall, last winter, something like that, and I only read this book in May. In May. And I absolutely loved it. It was a 5 out of 5 stars read for me. It blew my mind. It was so poetic and whimsical, and all at the same time, I'm going to say true, because like it made me realize some stuff and made me think about stuff. And I feel like nobody's talking about this. Like, this book is brilliant. It's a Maggie Stiefvater book, so her writing is on point, amazing, but the story, the characters, what's happening, the mood of the book, like the atmosphere, everything is brilliant. And it's really interesting because it makes you think of the society and on your relation with others and stuff like that, and your place in the world. I sound boring with the words I'm using, but it's amazing, really amazing. We need to talk about this book, like really. So the next one is, I know people talk about it, but I feel like more people need to talk about this book, and this book is My Lady Jane by the Lady Janes, so Cynthia Ann, Brody Ashton and Jody Meadows. So this book is the first book in in the Jane, I don't remember the name of the trilogy, and basically there are 3 books and each book follow different Jane. So the first one follow Jane Grey, who ruled England for, I never remember, 10, 6, 9, a few days in England, and basically you're following a story, but there are some stuff that were added to the story. Like there is magic in this story, and also there is something like magic in a way that people can shift into animals. And this book is really amazing. It's funny, it's pleasant to read, it's really good, and at the same time there is history, like you kind of learn stuff, and at the same time, like if you know the history, like it's interesting to see how they adapt certain things of the history to fit the book and the elements they add in the book. So really brilliant, really amazing. The second one, My Plain Jane, came out at the end of June. I can't wait to read it. My speech doesn't make it justice, like I'm not selling this well to you, but I swear if you have this on your shelf, or if you think about reading it, or if you wanted to read this for a long time, just pick it up. You're not going to regret it. This book is really good. It's one of my favorites. Next up, we've got The Dark Days Club by Alison Goodman. So she's the one who wrote Eon in Iona. I don't know if you know it. I never read it, but I know that a lot of people read Eon and Iona, at least in France. And basically this is a fantasy that happens in the early 18th century, actually 1812. And you're following Lady Ellen. So she's a young girl who just arrived in the society, and she has a problematic mom, like her mom had problems, and so she has a kind of a bad reputation because of her mom. But like she finds one day this necklace, or I don't remember if it's a bracelet or anything like that, but something from her mom, and she, like, it's weird, this object is weird, and she starts asking questions because it's really weird. And then she met this dude, and then she's going to understand that actually she's part of this secret society who is supposed to kill demons, because like there's demons all around London, and there has to be someone to kill them. And so like she's part of the society, and so she's going to start training in order to defeat the demons and all this stuff like that. So it's a very good mix between the dark artifices, the infernal devices, and Pride and Prejudice, because like there is a love story, and the love story is pretty much like just like in Pride and Prejudice. So it's like it's reuniting 2 other things I love: TMI, like the infernal devices, but still Cassandra Clare and Jane Austen. It's amazing, and I know if people read it. Like I just read the first one, I need to read the second one, but the third one came out in English, and I've seen no one talking about this. It's really good. It changed a bit from like everything because it's a bit longer, and I don't know, it's more calm. Like I don't really know how to say it, but it's really enjoyable, and in a way it changed. I can't really tell you how it changed from the other things. It just does. So just read it and you'll find out why. And the last book I want to mention, and I've already mentioned a bit this book on my channel, it's Skeleton Creek by Patrick Carman. This book, like there are 4 of them, and I love them. Like they're books that I read when I was at the beginning of high school, so I was 16, something like that, and it was amazing. It has a pretty interesting and original concept. So you see, you have the book. I'm going to tell you the story after, but you have the book like it's actually a journal, so you're following the story. But at the end of certain like chapter, you have, I'm going to show you, there's just one here. You see a code here, and so you have to go on this website, tap the code, and then there's a video to watch with like everything that's happening. So in order to understand like why there's video in a journal, I'm going to tell you the story. Basically you're following, I think his name is Thomas, Sarah, and I don't remember his name. I'm going to call him Thomas because every time I speak about this book I want to call him Thomas, so it might be that. So you're following this guy, maybe Thomas, And Thomas and his best friend Sarah went, like, their town is pretty creepy and weird and there's secrets surrounding it. So they went into this place, like, it was a mine or something like that. And so they went there, but Thomas fell. And on the video, because Sarah was filming, and that's what you start the book, you see the video. So Thomas fell on the floor, like he fell from stairs, and so there is a camera, and in front of the camera you see someone, and you don't really know if it's a ghost or what it is. It's just freaking scary. And so Sarah and Thomas are going to investigate around, like, this person and what's happening around this place, and they're going to find out that actually there is a huge secret in the town. And so you're investigating with them throughout the journal of Thomas and also the video of Sarah. Like, Sarah's video are really creepy, and that's what makes it a kind of scary, because some videos I was like, no, I can't watch it. The end of the first book was, oh my gosh, I was so stressed during the last videos. And it's really interesting because it's really great. The writing is amazing, the videos are amazing, everything is amazing about this book. It's really short. I don't know if you can see, it's really short. You read it in a day. So please do me a favor and pick this book. Like, it's brilliant. I want to see people read this book and liking it. Please.